Angels Care Home Health, serving Hayes and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
I love the nurses that come and see me.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
Since I learned about Angel Care, I would recommend them to anybody.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.
Eagle Community Television presents Community Connection with your host, Mike Cooper.
Hello and welcome again to Community Connection from Eagle Community Television. Thanks for watching, and thanks as always to the producer of our series, the editor, and the guy behind the camera, Jeff Deneault. We're at Davis Hall on the campus of Fort Hays State University in room 100 with Eric Deneault, who is an assistant professor of applied technology at Fort Hays State University, as we talk about the technology teams that have come away with 6 championships at a regional STEM education conference. Eric's going to tell us about the conference and also about the program at Fort Hays State University. Well, we better define our areas first, Eric, for applied technology. What are we talking about when we say applied technology at Fort Hays State?
Yeah, so we have a Department of Applied Technology on campus at Fort Hays State University that has 7 areas of emphasis or programs that we have, beginning with our engineering design technology, which is our drafting program, continuing on with the construction technology and the construction management program that we just implemented here recently. That's growing quite enormously. We have our manufacturing technology, our industrial technology, and then our technology education, where we are preparing teachers to go out and teach technology education within the classroom and to keep our traditional shops alive.
Now, have all of these programs, Eric, been a part of the overall applied technology courses, or have there been some new additions or changes over the years?
You know, there's been an evolution. Education is a continuous growth and seems like a vicious cycle at times. But, you know, here at Fort Hays, we've stayed true to our core, and that is our shop programs. And we really believe that those kids who have those application-based courses as electives in their high schools do much better with those types of activities and those curriculums. So we try to teach all of our educators to basically use an applied learning approach within the classroom, and that's what we do here. And you're starting to see a cultural shift here on campus in applied technology in the sense that STEM education is growing vastly across the nation, and so we have done many things to implement STEM education into our curriculum, and we have most recently developed our own STEM education curriculum that is part of our core requirements now in our program, and those students will complete that course and then continue on into their individual degree programs.
And again, define STEM for us.
Yeah, STEM is an acronym, stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Mr. Stewart, our department chair, and I sat down about 2 years ago and started developing some units that we were to put into our STEM education curriculum. And we've seen it explode. In fact, it was an entry-level course initially where we were putting many of our freshmen and sophomores in. And what we found out is our juniors and seniors were kind of feeling left out. They really wanted to get an opportunity to get in there and get that hands-on learning approach to what we're doing with science and technology, engineering and mathematics. But the thing that's unique about that course is we are the T and the E, the technology and the engineering. And so we are bringing in cross-curricular activities, meeting with our science and mathematics educators here on campus, and they're really assisting us with our curriculum. And so we are adding the rigor in the science and the mathematics within a hands-on learning environment.
And you're bringing all of these together, which actually it would appear, Eric, that it broadens the capabilities of the student, the graduate, to go into a lot of different possible fields.
Correct. It makes them very marketable, whether they're going into industrial technology or technology education, with a wide variety of certificate opportunities. But I believe we're preparing students for careers that may not yet exist. And so that's a challenge for any educator, and I believe we're doing a really good job here at Fort Hays State University in the Applied Technology Department with preparing those students for future careers.
We notice here in room 100 just computers everywhere now, even larger computers like your big plan screen up there. But yet at the same time, there are the basics here in Davis Hall of building things.
Yeah, so we've got to grow with the technological advancements, and we've done a very good job of staying current and up to date with all of our new technology, as you see around the room. But we don't want to get away from our application-based hands-on, especially in my class where I'm teaching engineering, design, technology. Primarily all of that's happening now on computer-aided drafting machines. But we don't want to lose track of the sketching, the mechanical drafting, because we feel like we need to carry that into our shops a little bit more and show them how the applied application works in real life if they don't have access to some of the newest technologies.
Let's talk a little about this conference. You were one of the lead professors who attended that conference, the STEM conference in Branson, Missouri, as Fort Hays State's team placed first in live manufacturing, live communications, problem solving, teaching lesson, photography challenge, original, both edited and robotics. You basically came away with the whole ball of wax on that.
Yeah, well, I've got to give credit where credit's due. We have tremendous support from our department and our department chair, Kim Stewart. He's always supported the TECA organization on campus, as he was the sponsor of that many years. And first and foremost, the students. Without them, this would not be possible. They are so dedicated to what they're doing, and they know that TECA lends them an opportunity to advance their resume and interact and network with future employers. And so these students spend countless hours here on nights and weekends, not part of any core curriculum in applied technology. And we have a very strong tradition here that we do well at our TECA competitions. And over the years, this has evolved from TECA with 1 E to TECA with 2 E's, where we put engineering education in there now. And the conference was the International STEM Education Association, ISEA, in Branson, Missouri. And part of our ITEA organization nationally supports and promotes these competitions that we compete in. And you listed off a few that we did really well in, but they've evolved and they've grown and they've changed with the time and the technology, and so the competitions vary. Probably our most prized competition would be our live manufacturing competition, where students will have between 100 and 150 hours of preparation work that goes into this competition, where they will be setting up for a live manufacturing run. They'll have a part that they have to create. It's probably a 6 to 10 part assignment, where they'll create a working drawing, set up the flow process, set up the live communications or the live manufacturing process, and work through that, and it's timed. And so they have little time to get this accomplished, and traditionally we've done very well in that.
Actually making something then within this competition arena.
Yes, so that the rest of the conference attendees can see what the live manufacturing process looks like on a scaled down version. And then our problem solving is pretty unique in that when we get there, the students have no idea what their problem is going to be, and they're handed a packet of materials and they say, accomplish this. And so our problem solving team this year took first and did a very good job. They had to engineer and design and build a drawbridge that would span over 6 feet and lift up and come up as high as they could make it come up. And so really they were able to draw that about 22 inches off the table, and it spanned over 6'6". So they came away with a great competition. And then of course our technology educators can compete in a technology education presentation where they're to develop a curriculum and they're to present that curriculum to those folks. So, you know, I'm leaving out a few that we do, but it really is a good organization in a sense that our students get to feel the pride and joy of their hard work coming together.
Part of this technology overview, I think, is job graduates and what they can do. And this really sounds like a program that opens a lot of fields to a lot of different graduates.
Sure. You know, infrastructure is a huge deal in our society, and we're always growing and we're always expanding. And so you're seeing our construction management, our construction technology program just jump off the board. And we've had visits from Kansas State University. They've come to see what we're doing and how we're modeling our curriculum. And our students are getting out there and actually physically doing the work. And they're getting to see our new building across the street go up, and they're taking many tours over there to see that process from start to finish. And so you're seeing that program really grow into something pretty phenomenal under the leadership of Chris Munch. And then, you know, so there's students going into construction management and construction technology. We have students that are going into the engineering design technologies, and they're working for architects and engineers and doing some civil work and really doing quite a bit of drafting on site at those places. Our manufacturing curriculum is set up so that students who are interested in industry can go in many different avenues of manufacturing and welding. And so you're seeing, you know, applied technology, industrial technology coming back, and people are getting excited about it again and rejuvenated and seeing the opportunities that exist. And some of those careers are paying very well with great benefits, and I think students are becoming more aware of that, and they're seeing the possibilities in our programs.
Well, and we're seeing the manufacturing just exploding in green energy, solar, wind, and those type of things, with not only manufacturing but putting things together and building once again.
Yeah, sure. And you know, we're doing a lot of that, especially in our STEM curriculum and our power and energy curriculum that we have. We're talking about those types of energy and how that's being converted and how that's being stored, and how that unleashes all the potential that we have in our society to do better.
Eric, one of the things that the community really gets involved in just a few weeks ago was the Fred Ruda Toys for Tots construction event, which takes place right here at Davis Hall. Involves a lot of the different community members. People really look forward to that event.
Sure they do. It was a beautiful day as always, and Dr. Renfro is our Woods technology professor, and he does a phenomenal job with that in his class that helps set up that manufacturing process. And we have community members come in, we have faculty, staff, we have different organizations that people are here supporting, and it's just a great day. In a little under 4 hours you can develop 218 toys, wooden toys, and this happened to be a backhoe digger that we made this year, and Dr. Renfro just does such a great job of setting that up from start to finish, and it was just a very successful day. It's wonderful that we can honor Dr. Fred Ruda, longtime department chair. We miss him tremendously. He was such a great guy and advocate and promoter of our programs, and I believe the reason we're positioned so well today has to do a lot with his initiatives and what he put in place. So it's just super exciting to see all those toys get dispersed and go to children in need, and that all the community really rallies behind what we're doing, and just makes for a fantastic day.
Eric, I can't let you go without a comment on the brand new building coming in 2017.
Yeah, well, we're very excited. It's about halfway done. We should be in there in the fall of 17 teaching. Got a lot of work to do this summer, of course, moving all of our equipment over, but it's a big, beautiful building. It's state-of-the-art. It's going to hopefully get us another 100 years moving forward, but it's going to serve all of our needs and some that we're not even aware of yet, because we built for futuristic opportunities. So we are tremendously excited, and thanks to our supporters and our donors who have really made this dream a reality.
I think probably in our final moment here that we really ought to recognize, you mentioned this earlier, but perhaps one of the areas of the good and the bad that you have to work with in applied technology is people like, well, Chris Munch, for example.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's rough. Coming to work and having to see him every day can be difficult. But he does. He lightens the air, and he's
in spite of the things we've heard from Jeff Deneault about that, right?
He's always pushing people's buttons, and he can be kind of a pain in the rear end to work with at times. But you know, we get past that. We all work together, and we have such a great team here in applied technology. And,
just look at the final goal, right?
Whether
Eric?
He's here or not, we're getting the job done.
You're getting it done. Eric Deneault, Assistant Professor of Applied Technology, well said, by the way, at Fort Hays State University, our community connection.
Angels Care Home Health, serving Hays and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
My Angel Care physical therapist taught me how to do exercises safely.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
It gives us independence in our home.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.